The city of Dindigul is perhaps most famous for the Dindigul Fort, which is the main tourist attraction here, along with many other historical structures and monuments. The Dindigul Fort, also known as the Dindigul Malai Kotai, was built by Madurai Nayakar dynasty in the 16th century. The Dindigul Fort was constructed in 1605 by the Madurai king Muthu Krishnappa Nayakar. Following its construction, the Dindigul Fort passed on to the kingdom of Mysore, the Mysore Vodayars, in the 18th century. The Dindigul Fort was later occupied by Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali as it was of strategic importance to defending the entire area around Dindigul. In 1799, the fort was under the control of the British East India Company, similar to the fate of the other forts in South India. This happened during the Polygar Wars. The fort is famous for the Abhirami Amman Kalaheswara temple that is located inside the premises of the fort. This abandoned temple is situated on the peak, and today, apart from a few cannons that have been sealed with balls inside, the entire fort area is being maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India. Tourists are allowed to visit all parts of the fort. You will be surprised to know that the history of the Dindigul city is actually centered on this fort located on a small rocky hill. Since ancient times, the region of Dindigul was bordered by three prominent kingdoms, the Cholas, the Pandyas, and the Cheras. During the 1st century AD, the Dindigul fort came under the rule of the Cholas as the then Chola king Karakal Cholan captured the Pandya kingdom. During the 6th century, Dindigul fort came under the rule of the Pallavas as they took over most of the provinces of entire South India. The region stayed under the rule of the Pallavas until in the 9th century when the Cholas regained the area. The Pandyas again regained control in the 13th century. In 1777, the rule of Dindigul went to Hyder Ali, who further reinforced and strengthened the Dindigul fort. In 1788, the fort went to Tipu Sultan, the son of Hyder Ali. He also became the king of Dindigul and remained in power until 1790, when the British Army gained control of Dindigul. Dindigul Fort is primarily a rock fort that is 900 feet tall and has an overall circumference of 2.75 kilometers. A lot of cannons and gunfire artillery were present inside the fort well up to the 17th century. The Dindigul Fort has been cemented with double walls for extra fortification to allow it to withstand bombardment with heavy artillery as well. Cannons were installed at various vantage points around the fort. The Dindigul Fort also had an arms and ammunition godown that was constructed with several safety measures. The Dindigul Fort had a total of 48 rooms that were used as cells to keep war prisoners and slaves. There was also a spacious kitchen, a meeting hall for army commanders, and a horse stable. The Dindigul Fort also has its own rainwater collection reservoirs. These were specially constructed to take advantage of the steep gradient of the fort. Today, the Dindigul Fort is being maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India, and it is a protected historical monument. The Dindigul Fort receives many visitors who are college and school students wanting to find out more about the Dindigul Fort's history. Many foreign visitors can also be seen at the fort. Tourists are allowed to walk around the many tunnels and trenches present inside the Dindigul Fort. There are still some carvings and sculptures left over in the temple that is located on the premises, along with some untarnished rock cuts. An ancient fort in the top of hills and a temple at its peak with marvelous sculpture. Epic and scenic beauty of Dindigul village like a bird view. Visit to this historic monument preferable during cloudy time and its safe zone for relaxing from busy streets. Dindigul Fort will gift a heavenly feel after a small mountain climb and a relaxing point for a peaceful mind. Epic and scenic beauty of Dindigul village.